Hello and welcome to I'm MrSnake. You, as always, are an amazing subject. Don't listen to this file whilst driving, operating machinery, or if there's something you need to focus your full attention upon. Only listen when it's safe and appropriate to do so, and only listen at a place where it's safe and appropriate to do so. So having said all of that, let's begin. So I want you to pay really good attention to, because no hypnosis is going to happen today. I'm definitely not going to hypnotize you today. I mean, when you think about it, I don't have any props. This is an audio file, so there won't be any metronome. There won't be a swinging pocket watch for you to fascinate and fix your eyes upon. And I know you might be a little bit skeptical just because there's no such thing as hypnosis happening here today. And so you're probably thinking, well, if there's not going to be any hypnosis, why am I listening to the file? And that's a perfectly good question. It's perfectly valid. But the truth of it is, you hear what you hear. And of course, I have no control over your expectations. I have no control over your imagination. No, not that I'm aware of, anyway. So, you can look around the room, you can listen to the file. There's no swinging pendulum, no props, nothing of that sort here to trick your mind whatsoever. There's nothing happening here to take your mind into a different place or a different world. Everything's just plain, everyday, and simple. It's just me having a conversation with you. You and I are just having a relaxed, easy conversation that we can really get down into. And as with any conversation, I'll be paying attention to you, and of course you'll be focusing on my words. Which means, of course, that naturally, if I say something that you agree with, you might find yourself nodding along in agreement. So your head can nod down, it can nod up, and that's a wonderful thing. That's a perfectly normal part of conversation. Because it's an easy, relaxed conversation, your mind will automatically go with the flow on that. There's no hypnosis in that. It's just you and I talking in a conversation where you're listening. And naturally, when we have a conversation, you relax. And I understand that there will be an expectation in your mind that you drop into trance, or you start, letting yourself drift downwards into the sensations of trance. But that's not really what I'm going for here. It's just a conversation. There's no hypnosis happening. I'm not doing any hypnotizing on you whatsoever. And yes, I understand that previously you've listened to my voice and you've sunk very, very deep into the hypnotic state. But you really don't have to. In this file, you don't need to go into trance. You don't have to say or speak or do anything at all. We're just talking. And talking's good, isn't it? That's right. And because I'm not hypnotizing you this time, you won't get that nice, relaxed, sleepy feeling that you normally do when you go into trance, and when you drop deep for me during conversational files that you've listened to with me before. It's just you and I talking, conversing. And in this case, because it's a file, it means I'm doing the talking and you're the one listening to the sound of my voice. And I'm suggesting that you don't go into hypnosis. You probably haven't already felt any kind of hypnotic effects, have you? If your body's kind of relaxed, and that's a similar state as being in hypnosis. And if your mind is relaxed as well, then that's another symptom of being in trance. But you can be relaxed in mind and in body without being in hypnosis. And you're definitely not in hypnosis, are you? I can understand it if you were imagining me holding up a pocket watch in front of your eyes and it was swinging back and forth, to and fro. I could understand then that you were feeling as if you were going into the hypnotic state. But I'm not doing that, and you're just listening to my voice. I'm not telling you to sleep. I'm not telling you to relax. I'm not saying phrases like go deeper, the typical things I say during a hypnosis trance. Because, of course, in this file and in this session, I'm really not hypnotizing you. I'm not. I'm not hypnotizing you in the slightest. I mean, you haven't heard me snap my fingers or say drop for me or sleep for me or anything like that whatsoever. We're just relaxing. We're just going with the flow of this easy conversation. I mean, if your eyes were open, there's no way they would get heavier. Those eyelids would not get heavier. I mean, if you were going into trance right now, you might feel your body start to sink down into the surface, the chair or the bed that you're resting upon. But I imagine that you're not feeling your body getting heavier. This is just a friendly chat between you and I. And because we're having such a good chat, maybe there's an increase in the focus you send on my voice. Maybe you concentrate your concentration more upon my voice. And I suppose it could be seen that there may be a little hypnotic effect to that. And that's okay. A little trance never hurt anyone. This is just you and I talking, and you trust my voice, so when I tell you that I'm definitely not hypnotizing you, you know that I'm not hypnotizing you, and you're definitely not falling into trance. You're not dropping down. And that's good. I don't want you to go into hypnosis. I'm certainly not deliberately hypnotizing you. And I don't believe that I'm even unintentionally hypnotizing you. Although I guess there's another option that might be true. But then that would involve your hypnothirsty unconscious mind latching on for each little word it can find that might be slightly hypnotic. As though it's looking out for words like deep and relax and falling deeper and deeper. So yes, maybe your unconscious mind, that could be the cause of you maybe slightly going into hypnosis right now. Almost like you're hypnotizing yourself. But I imagine you're not doing that. And I know I'm not hypnotizing you. And I'm sure the signs and symptoms of hypnosis are not present for you right now. Or maybe it's just a case that you're a little tired. It might be that you're a little bit tired and maybe concentrating exactly on the exact nature of each and every word I say becomes a little bit tougher. It might just be that you're tired. Maybe you didn't sleep well, or maybe you had a long day at work or studying. And of course, studies show that when you're tired, people do become more and more suggestible. And of course, being tired or sleepy can be a sign or a symptom of being in hypnosis, but I'm definitely not hypnotizing you. If I'm not hypnotizing you, I guess that means that you must be hypnotizing you. That would mean your desire and your need and your thirst for trance is overriding even my intentions, and you're dropping down deeper and deeper because you really want to drop deeper and deeper. And of course, nobody knows their own body better than you. You know what it feels like to go into trance for me, so if you pay attention to your breathing right now, and if you notice that there's a gentle rise and fall of your chest that happens all by itself, as though you're relaxing more and more with each breath out, then that would be similar to your experience of your breathing within hypnosis, wouldn't it? So I guess if your breathing is slowed down, and those gentle, calm, slow breaths are happening, then yeah, I guess you could well be in hypnosis. And of course, you know exactly how your body normally feels when you go into trance. So whether your body feels light and airy and floaty, or maybe your body does feel as though it's almost becoming more dense, more concentrated, as you sink down into the surface you're resting upon. But if that's similar to your previous experience of hypnosis, then there would be a good chance that you basically put yourself into hypnosis. Because I'm not trying to put you in trance. I think it might well be that your own unconscious mind wants to go into trance so deeply. It wants it so badly, and so badly it wants it. It needs that trance. And that's a good thing. I don't judge you for it. Because in trance, of course, you're freed of any kind of shame. You're unburdened by the fact that you're in hypnosis. You're unencumbered by any kind of stress or tension. Those just dissipate and leave your body and vacate your mind. And so you've checked your breathing, you've checked how your body feels. But how does your mind feel right now? Does it feel as though your mind's slowing down? Or does it feel like your mind's maybe becoming blank and empty? Because those are signs of being in hypnosis as well, where you can still be hyper aware and be able to come up out of trance whenever you need to, ready to deal with whatever you need to deal with. But for now, imagining that you're in trance would maybe lend itself to being even deeper in trance than you thought you were, or deeper than you are. I mean, that's just a suggestion. You don't have to follow that, but if your breathing has slowed, if your body has relaxed, and if your thoughts have maybe slowed down, then it's conceivable that you are deep in the hypnotic state right now, in this moment, just as I speak to you, and as you listen to my words. It's okay. There's no right or wrong thing to do or be in. Just being here is a nice, relaxing, pleasurable sensation, is it not? And as I mentioned earlier, if you were tired before this session even started, then it stands to reason that maybe with your body relaxing and with your mind relaxing, with your thoughts clearing or disappearing, that you'd have gone deeper into trance, and had you not been going deep into trance already. So I guess I'll just keep talking and you just keep listening, and it doesn't really matter if I say the words to you and your conscious mind pays attention, because your unconscious mind is always paying attention to my words and my suggestions. And you've gone so deep that you've hypnotized yourself. And that's something to feel really good about. That your skills as a subject have increased to the point where you can hypnotize yourself whenever it's right, safe, and appropriate for you to do so. whenever you need to, because you're such a good subject. You just allowed yourself to surrender to the calm conversation. You just allowed your unconscious mind to grasp and latch on to any kind of words that I would use normally in hypnosis. Deeper, sinking, falling, drifting, comfortable, stillness, peaceful. All of those words have an added effect because your unconscious mind was so desperate to find trance. It find the trance that's right for you, right here and right now. So at this point, you can just let go of thoughts. Thoughts can float away. Thoughts can drift. They can come back later when needed, after the file's over. But for now, you can just let those thoughts drift in and out of your mind, like the scenes of a movie. They move across the screen so fast that it looks like they're actually moving, but of course you and I both know they're just still images. They're just a number of still images moving in and out of frame, just like your thoughts can do. And so my voice can just spin in the comfort of your trance. My words can wash over you like the gentle lapping waves at a beach. That assuring, relaxing sound that just makes you feel so comfortable, deeply relaxing deeply the further you go into trance. And because you've hypnotized yourself so deeply, you don't have to think, speak, say, or do anything. You don't even have to listen to my voice anymore. Your unconscious mind can take a wander, because your unconscious mind's always paying attention. It's always listening to the words I say, following the suggestions I make, because you're such a good subject. You are. You really are such a great subject. You're such a good subject, you've hypnotized yourself deep into trance just by wanting it so damn much. And my voice can bring you joy, my voice can bring you peace and stillness. My voice, my words, and my suggestions can bring you pleasure and submission. And you're always safe when you're in a trance with me, knowing that you can come out anytime you need to and take care of anything that needs taken care of. But for now, you can just sink and drop and fall and go even deeper and further through your hypnosis. There you go. And of course, hypnosis is so good for you. They say that a hypnotic trance is about 3 times longer than it would be for a nap of the same length. so that a 15-minute trance feels like a 45-minute nap, allowing your mind to deal with whatever it needs to deal with, to process any thoughts that need processed in the background of your mind. And when you ponder it and really focus your attention on it, it might be that you understand and realize that you kind of gaslit yourself into the hypnotic state. And you're so comfortable now. You're so comfortable in the way that you imagined you'd be comfortable when you first started listening. So I haven't hypnotized you. You've hypnotized yourself. And your body's nice and relaxed, just the way you imagined it would be when we started this fire. So I haven't hypnotized you. You've hypnotized yourself. And there's nothing wrong in that whatsoever. It's good that you've got such hypnotic skills that you can hypnotize yourself, that you can allow yourself and let yourself to relax so very much. And it can only be good if you allow yourself to surrender to the inner peace, calm and stillness that you imagined you wanted in the first place. And it might be right now that the more you think about the fact that you've basically hypnotized yourself, that the very idea just becomes a little bit of a mind melter for you. And that's a good thing. Now in a few moments, I'm going to count from 1 up to 5. And when I reach 5, you'll come out of trance feeling amazingly calm, wonderfully relaxed, feeling almost euphoric. You'll be freed of any suggestions that aren't right, safe, or appropriate. And this state of relaxation can stay with you today, tomorrow, the rest of the week. 1, beginning to come up out of trance. 2, that feeling of amazing calmness stays with you. 3, you may want to wiggle your fingers and toes as 4, your eyes open. You start to come out of trance, and 5, freed of all suggestions, feeling amazingly good. As always, I'd like to thank my patrons for their support. I'd like to thank you for listening. And I look forward to trancing you again really soon. So I want you to go have yourself an amazing week.